stop for a moment and be completely honest with yourself. Are you truly alive in your heart, or are you just surviving day after day, feeling the emptiness no one sees? I want you to pause right now and answer this quietly in your heart. Which country are you watching this from? And what time is it where you are? Yes, I want you to think about it, because wherever you are, whatever time it is, this message is meant for you. Maybe it's the middle of the night and your heart is restless. Maybe it's the afternoon and your mind is full, but your soul feels empty. Maybe it's morning and you've started your day, but something feels missing. I need you to hear this. The place you're in, the routines you follow, the people, the environment, the life around you. It may no longer feed your soul. And if you keep ignoring it, if you keep trying to survive in what no longer nourishes you, your heart will remain restless, your soul will feel empty, and you may never reach the fullness Allah has prepared for you. Right now, I want you to ask yourself, am I truly living, or am I just surviving? Because what I am about to share with you will shake your heart awake. It will make you question everything you thought was safe. It will open your eyes to what your soul truly needs. And it will remind you that life, your life, is more than comfort. It is more than routine. It is more than surviving. So wherever you are watching from, whatever time it is, pay attention. Listen with your heart, because this message is not just for some people, it is for you. And if you stay until the end, your heart will never be the same. Allah never abandons a heart He loves. There is a truth that everything in life rests upon, and it is this: Allah never abandons a heart He truly loves. Even when you feel empty, tired, or restless, it does not mean He has turned away from you. It does not mean you have failed, or that your prayers, your efforts, or your good intentions are wasted. Sometimes, the very emptiness you feel is a sign that He's still guiding you, still caring for you, and still shaping your heart in ways you cannot yet see. Think about this. When something that once gave you joy, comfort, or strength suddenly feels heavy or meaningless, it is not because you are weak. It is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is protecting you from staying in a place where your growth has stopped. The things around you, your routines, your environment, even people in your life sometimes stop nourishing your heart. And Allah, in His mercy, allows you to feel that lack so you will not remain stagnant, so you will not waste your potential or your energy in a place that no longer serves the soul He has entrusted to you. Your hunger, your restlessness, your quiet dissatisfaction is not punishment. It is a signal, a gentle nudge from the Most Merciful that something bigger, better, and more suited for your growth is waiting. It is a reminder that He has not forgotten you, even if it feels lonely or confusing at times. He is still shaping you, still preparing you, and still loving you. Your heart is alive, and its unease is proof that He is still with you. Trust that even when it feels empty, Allah is filling you with unseen wisdom, unseen guidance, and unseen care that will eventually lead you to the place where your heart can truly flourish. Discomfort is a sign of divine guidance. Sometimes, life begins to feel heavy in ways you cannot explain. You go through your daily routine, you pray, you remember Allah, and yet there is a quiet unease inside you. Things that used to feel meaningful now feel empty. Comfort begins to feel heavy. Restlessness lingers, even when everything on the outside looks normal. Many people panic in these moments, thinking something must be wrong with them, thinking they are failing or that Allah has abandoned them. But the truth is often the exact opposite. Discomfort is one of the clearest signs of guidance. It is Allah's way of speaking to the heart, even when words are not enough. When He wants to move a servant forward, He often starts by making their current place feel insufficient. He allows the heart to feel the weight of staying, so that the soul begins to question, reflect, and prepare for what is ahead. This unease, this quiet dissatisfaction, is not punishment, it is a form of mercy. Allah is waking you up before you settle too deeply into what will no longer nourish your soul. It is important to understand that comfort, while it can feel safe and peaceful, can also quietly prevent growth. When everything feels easy and familiar, the heart can stop striving, the soul can stop reaching, and the connection with Allah can weaken without even noticing. This is why sometimes Allah removes that comfort. Sometimes He makes the familiar feel heavy, the easy feel dull, and the routine feel meaningless, not to make you suffer, but to make you aware. When you feel this kind of discomfort, do not rush to fix it with distractions or excuses. Do not blame yourself for feeling restless. Instead, see it as a sign that Allah is opening your heart to more. He is asking you to look deeper, to reflect on what truly nourishes you, and to trust that He is guiding you to a better place. Even if you cannot see the path clearly yet, even if the discomfort feels uncomfortable or frightening, it is a sign that your heart is alive, sensitive, and capable of growth. Remember, true guidance does not always come with ease. Sometimes it comes with gentle nudges, quiet unease, and the feeling that staying where you are is no longer enough. Allah allows this because He loves you and He wants your heart to rise, not remain stagnant. Trust in this discomfort. Trust that it is pointing you forward. Trust that it is part of His wisdom, preparing you for a place where your heart can bloom fully, where your worship can feel alive again, and where your soul will finally feel fed. When sweetness leaves, depth is being restored. There are times when you continue your daily acts of worship, your prayers, your remembrance, your good habits, but something inside begins to feel different. The joy you once felt has faded. The comfort you used to find in your routine is no longer there. Even the things that once moved your heart now feel distant and mechanical. You may wonder if you are failing, if you are losing your faith, or if you are being ignored, but the reality is often the opposite. When sweetness leaves, depth is being restored. Allah sometimes withdraws the feeling of joy or inspiration from your worship, not to punish you, but to refine you. When acts of devotion become habitual, it is easy for the heart to continue performing them without presence, without connection, without sincerity. The heart may go through the motions, but it is no longer truly alive in those moments. By removing the sweetness, Allah is asking you to pause, reflect, and search for the true meaning of your devotion. This is a gentle yet powerful way that Allah teaches the heart to prioritize quality over quantity, depth over habit, and sincerity over routine. The discomfort, the emptiness, the sense that something is missing, all of this is a sign that Allah is calling you inward. He is inviting you to rediscover the essence of your connection with Him. He wants your worship to be a reflection of a heart that is alive, not a series of empty actions repeated out of obligation. It is important to understand that this process can feel difficult. You may feel frustrated, confused, or even guilty for not feeling the way you once did. But this is a sign of growth. Just as a plant may appear to wither before it blooms again, the heart sometimes needs the sweetness to be removed before it can return to a deeper, richer, more meaningful state. When the sweetness returns, it will be stronger, more lasting, and more profound than before. During this time, the heart learns patience, reflection, and humility. It learns to seek connection beyond feelings, to find meaning beyond immediate satisfaction, and to trust in Allah's wisdom even when the soul feels empty. This stage is not a failure, it is a preparation. It is a restoration of depth. It is Allah's way of building a heart that is resilient, sincere, and fully capable of experiencing the beauty of true devotion once again. Even if you cannot yet feel the joy you once had, trust that this withdrawal is temporary. It is shaping your heart to be ready for a level of connection and sincerity that you could not reach before. It is teaching you to value depth over ease, presence over habit, and sincerity over comfort. When the sweetness returns, it will not be the fleeting, shallow feeling you once knew. It will be a profound and lasting renewal, a gift that your heart is now ready to receive. Outgrowing a place is a sign of spiritual maturity. Sometimes you may notice that the place you are in, the routines you follow, or even the people around you no longer feel sufficient. What once inspired you, what once brought you comfort and growth, now feels small, limited, or heavy. You may feel restless, disconnected, or even guilty for wanting more. You might even question yourself, wondering if you are being ungrateful or impatient. But the truth is, this feeling is not weakness. It is a sign of spiritual maturity. Outgrowing a place is a natural part of the journey Allah has designed for every heart. As your connection with Him deepens, your needs change. Your heart begins to seek higher levels of understanding, sincerity, and purpose. Staying in the same environment, clinging to what once nourished you, may feel safe, but it can quietly stop you from reaching the next stage of growth. Recognizing that you have outgrown something does not mean that place was bad or that you have failed. It means that Allah has expanded your heart and is calling you to something greater. It is normal to feel fear or hesitation at this point. Leaving what is familiar is never easy, but staying for comfort alone or out of fear of change can prevent the heart from experiencing the richness and depth Allah intends. Spiritual maturity is knowing that it is better to be in a place that challenges you, stretches your faith, and feeds your soul, even if it feels uncomfortable at first, than to remain where growth has stopped. Outgrowing a place also teaches humility. It reminds you that growth is a journey, not a destination. You may have learned, achieved, and experienced much in your current circumstances, but Allah always has more for a heart that is ready. Recognizing that your environment no longer feeds you is not a rejection of what came before. It is gratitude for the lessons you have learned, and trust that Allah is leading you to something that will nurture your soul even more deeply. This stage requires courage. It requires the heart to trust Allah's wisdom, to listen to His guidance, and to act on the quiet nudges of restlessness that He places within you. Even if leaving is scary, even if the next step is unclear, know that your heart has been prepared for this moment. Allah is guiding you forward, not abandoning you, and He will provide what is necessary for your journey, as long as your heart is willing to take the step. Outgrowing a place is also a gift. It is a sign that your heart is alive, that your soul is evolving, and that you are ready for higher levels of connection, understanding, and purpose. It is a reminder that spiritual growth is ongoing, that comfort and familiarity are not the ultimate goal, and that moving forward, even into the unknown, can bring the nourishment your heart has been craving. Trust this process. Trust that the unease you feel is not failure, but a gentle invitation to rise higher. The place you are leaving has served its purpose, and what awaits you is meant to help your heart flourish even more. Outgrowing a place is not a loss. It is a preparation for a deeper, richer, and more meaningful life. Comfort can quietly suffocate the soul. Sometimes, comfort can feel like a blessing, and in many ways, it is. Life feels easy, predictable, and safe. But there is a hidden danger in comfort that goes unnoticed for a long time. When everything feels easy, the heart can slowly stop striving, the soul can stop seeking, and the connection with Allah can quietly weaken. Comfort can lull the heart into a state of passivity, making it forget its purpose, forget its needs, and forget the higher levels of growth that Allah has designed it to reach. This kind of comfort does not scream or warn you. It does not feel heavy at first. It often comes wrapped in familiarity, routine, and stability. You may feel content on the surface, but deep inside, the soul is not truly alive. It is like a plant left in soil that once nourished it but is now depleted. The plant survives, but it cannot grow or bloom fully. Allah, in His wisdom, often allows the familiar and easy to feel heavy or insufficient so that the heart awakens. When the soul feels this quiet suffocation, it is a mercy, not punishment. Allah is reminding you that life is not meant to be lived only in comfort. He wants your heart to stretch, to strive, to reach for what will nourish it fully. This is why moments of restlessness, dissatisfaction, and unease are so valuable. They are signals that your heart is alive and capable of growth. They are invitations to move forward, to seek, and to trust that He is guiding you to a place where your soul can flourish. Comfort can also prevent reflection. When everything feels safe and predictable, it is easy to forget to look inward, to forget to evaluate your intentions, and to forget to seek a deeper connection with your Creator. Allah disturbs comfort not because He is displeased, but because He wants your heart to awaken, to remember its purpose, and to feel the life that comes from striving, growing, and seeking Him with intention. Even if leaving comfort is scary, even if stepping into the unknown feels uncomfortable, know that this is part of Allah's wisdom. He removes what no longer serves you so that you can embrace what will. He wants your heart to be alive, sensitive and responsive, not numb, passive, or stuck. The suffocation you feel in comfort is actually a form of awakening, a reminder that life is meant to challenge you, shape you, and prepare you for what is next. So when comfort feels heavy or meaningless, do not fear it. Do not ignore it. See it as a sign that Allah is inviting you to rise higher, to seek more, and to allow your soul to experience true nourishment. What awaits beyond the familiar, beyond the easy, and beyond the predictable is the growth, fulfillment, and deep connection your heart has been longing for all along. Trust the process, embrace the discomfort, and move forward knowing that Allah is guiding you every step of the way. Allah prepares the heart before changing the path. Before any change happens in life, before doors open or paths shift, Allah often begins by preparing the heart. Sometimes you may feel restless, dissatisfied, or uneasy with the place you are in. Even if nothing seems wrong outwardly, this inner discomfort is not accidental, nor is it punishment. It is a sign that Allah is quietly preparing you for what is coming next. He is shaping your heart, your mind, and your soul, so that when the path does change, you are ready to receive it with clarity, gratitude, and trust. The heart needs preparation because growth cannot happen all at once. If circumstances were to change suddenly without the heart being ready, the gift could be wasted, or the opportunity could be ignored. This is why you may feel small frustrations, longing, or even a subtle heaviness in your daily life. These feelings are Allah's way of opening your awareness, stretching your patience, and building resilience. They are not signs that you have failed or that your prayers are unanswered. They are signs that He is moving within you before moving your circumstances. During this preparation, you may notice that things you once loved no longer bring the same joy. The people, routines, or environments that were familiar may begin to feel insufficient. This is natural. It is a gentle way of signaling that your heart has grown and is ready for the next stage. The discomfort, the unease, the subtle push from within is a mercy. It is Allah helping you to let go of what no longer serves your growth and to trust that something greater is on the horizon. Preparation often comes with patience. It teaches you to hold on to faith even when the outcome is unclear. It teaches you to rely on Allah even when you cannot see the next step. It teaches you to find contentment in the process. not just in the result. Your heart is being trained to recognize His guidance, to value His timing, and to trust that He knows what is best for you. Even if the waiting feels long, even if the discomfort seems heavy, it is important to remember that this period is shaping you for what is ahead. The heart that is prepared will embrace the next stage of life with wisdom, clarity, and gratitude. It will not fear the unknown, because it has been trained to trust in the one who holds the path. So, when you feel restlessness or dissatisfaction, do not rush to escape it. Do not feel guilty for wanting change. Instead, see it as a gift, a sign that Allah is preparing your heart for something better, something more meaningful, and something that will truly nourish your soul. Trust the preparation, embrace the quiet shaping, and know that every moment of discomfort is a step toward the growth Allah has written for you. Fear does not cancel guidance. Fear is a feeling that comes to every heart at some point, especially when change is near. When you are being called to leave what is familiar, to step into the unknown, or to rise beyond your current comfort, fear naturally appears. It can make your heart tremble, your mind doubt, and your steps hesitate. Many people mistake this fear for a lack of faith, thinking that if they truly trusted Allah, they would feel confident and unafraid. But the truth is that fear does not cancel guidance. Fear is not the opposite of faith. It is a sign that the heart is alive, sensitive, and aware of the risks that accompany growth. Allah does not ask His servants to move forward without feeling the weight of the journey. Even the prophets and the righteous experienced fear when they faced change. Fear is part of the process. It is the heart recognizing the unknown, the mind weighing uncertainty, and the soul sensing the importance of the step ahead. What matters is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it, trusting that Allah is with you in every moment. Sometimes fear lingers because the heart is attached to the familiar, the routines, people, or situations that no longer feed the soul. It is normal to feel afraid of losing comfort, even when that comfort is no longer beneficial, but this fear is a test of trust. It is an opportunity to strengthen reliance on Allah, to remind yourself that He is the ultimate guide, and to take steps forward even when the path is unclear. The presence of fear can also sharpen your awareness. It can make you more intentional in your decisions, more reflective about your actions, and more careful in how you respond to change. It teaches patience, humility, and discernment. When you move forward with fear in your heart but trust in Allah's wisdom, you are demonstrating true courage and faith. This is guidance in action, not the absence of emotion, but the conscious choice to obey and trust despite your feelings. Even if the fear feels heavy or overwhelming, it is important to remember that it does not mean you are misled. It does not mean you are alone. It does not mean that your efforts or prayers are failing. Fear is part of the journey, part of the shaping of your heart, and part of the preparation for the blessings that await you. It is a reminder that growth is not always comfortable, that stepping into the unknown is rarely easy, and that trust in Allah is the bridge that carries you forward. So, when fear comes, do not resist it with guilt. Do not interpret it as weakness. Instead, acknowledge it, accept it, and move forward with faith. Let fear be a sign that you are alive, that your heart is aware, and that guidance is present even when it feels challenging. True guidance does not remove fear. It teaches the heart to rely on Allah, to trust His timing, and to embrace the journey with patience and courage. Spiritual hunger is proof of life. There are moments when your heart feels restless, when nothing seems to satisfy the longing inside, and even the things that once brought joy feel empty. You may feel a quiet ache, a subtle dissatisfaction, or an unspoken hunger that cannot be filled by people, possessions, or routines. This feeling is not a weakness. It is not a sign that you are failing. In fact, It is one of the most powerful signs that you are alive, that your heart is awake, and that Allah is still at work within you. Spiritual hunger is proof of life. When the soul is alive, it cannot settle for what no longer nourishes it. It senses when growth has slowed, when faith has become routine, or when comfort has replaced purpose. This hunger is a gift, a gentle reminder from Allah that you were created for more than mere survival. He wants your heart to reach, to strive, to seek, and to experience fulfillment that comes only from closeness to Him. It is the heart's way of saying, I am meant to grow, I am meant to bloom, I am meant to reach higher. Sometimes this hunger can feel uncomfortable. It may create restlessness, dissatisfaction, or even frustration. You might wonder why you cannot feel content, why the things around you no longer satisfy, or why your heart aches even when life seems fine. But this discomfort is not a punishment, it is a preparation. Allah is awakening your senses, stirring your soul, and reminding you that true nourishment can only come from Him. It is an invitation to turn inward, to reflect, and to seek what your heart has always longed for. This hunger also keeps the heart alive. Without it, the soul can become numb, detached, or indifferent. The longing you feel is a sign that your faith, your intentions, and your desires are still vibrant. It is a signal that Allah is still shaping you, still guiding you, and still inviting you toward deeper levels of growth. Even when the path is unclear, even when the destination feels far away, this hunger is proof that the heart has not given up, that it has not settled for less, and that it is still capable of being filled with what is truly meaningful. Embrace this hunger with trust, patience, and hope. Let it remind you that your heart is alive and capable of growth. Let it guide you to seek, reflect, and move toward what will feed your soul, even if it requires leaving behind what no longer serves you. Know that this hunger is a sign of divine care, a proof that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is still shaping you, and a reminder that life is meant for more than comfort. It is meant for growth, purpose, and depth. When the heart responds to this hunger with faith and trust, it opens the door to renewal, fulfillment, and a connection that is deeper than ever before. This is the proof that life, in its truest sense, is not measured by ease or comfort, but by the awakening of the soul and the striving of the heart toward what it was created to seek. Spiritual hunger is not emptiness. It is life, it is love, and it is the promise that the heart is capable of being nourished in ways it has never imagined. Take a deep breath and let this sink in. The place you were in, the routines you held on to, the comfort you clung to, they were never meant to hold you forever. Allah allowed you to feel the emptiness, the restlessness, the hunger, so that your heart would awaken, so that you would see the truth, so that you would rise toward what He has prepared for you. Everything you felt, every discomfort, every fear, every longing was never wasted. It was a sign, a message, a guide, proof that your heart is alive, that your soul is sensitive, and that Allah is still shaping you, still guiding you, still loving you more than you can imagine. Now, the choice is yours. Will you remain where you are, clinging to what no longer feeds you, letting your potential fade quietly? Or will you take the step your heart has been craving, trusting that Allah is leading you to the nourishment, the growth, and the depth your soul was created to experience? Remember, spiritual growth is never easy, but it is always worth it. The hunger, the discomfort, the fear, they are all part of the journey. And if you choose to follow, if you choose to trust, you will find yourself in a place where your heart blooms, where your faith feels alive, and where your soul finally tastes the fulfillment it has been longing for. So as you go forward from this moment, Carry this truth in your heart. You were never abandoned. You were never forgotten. Everything you felt was part of Allah's plan to awaken your soul, elevate your heart, and lead you to the life He intended for you. Stay alert, stay aware, and most importantly, stay hungry for the heart, the faith, and the life that feeds your soul. Because the moment you embrace this truth, your journey truly begins.